Hey, this is Chuck from the marketing team at Solston, and I'm going to show you how to understand your customer's psychology in 5 steps using our product, Alaris. Alaris is the first psychologically intelligent AI for personalized content creation. It uses our psychological database representing 3.4 billion people globally with data on hundreds of thousands of brands and interests and media properties to create resonant content really fast. So let's get started. In this example, I'm going to chat with our Adidas audience and see how they relate to exercise apps. But you can chat with any audience and see how they relate to any product. The first step is to identify the psychological traits and personality profiles of your audience. We're going to use this prompt to do that. You can find all these prompts in the YouTube description or blog post, wherever you're watching this video. You can see that Alaris very quickly identifies 5 unique psychological segments within this audience and tells us the key psychological traits, values, motivations, and how these traits influence exercise app preferences and behaviors. The next step is to uncover their core motivations and values. We're going to use this prompt to do that. So you can see Alaris very quickly identifies the core motivations and values, tells us what percentile they are in for these specific traits and motivations, what they seek to gain, what they seek to avoid. Gives us some next steps as well. Our next step is to analyze how emotions influence their relationship. So we're going to use this prompt to do that. So you can see Alaris very quickly identifies the emotional states and triggers that impact this audience's behavior. The most significant emotional states, key emotional triggers, how emotions affect perception, evaluation, and loyalty. Also gives us the next steps. Our next step is to map their decision-making process and mental models. We're going to use this prompt to do that. So you can see Alaris very quickly tells us how the Adidas audience typically approaches decisions about exercise apps. This is all grounded in their psychological profile and key traits. So it tells us a mental framework and heuristic for each of these traits. Typical decision path that this audience follows. So initial impression, quick evaluation, trial experience, ongoing use, and then gives us some next steps and suggestions. The next step is to understand how social and environmental factors shape their behavior. We're going to use this prompt to do that. So Alaris very quickly tells us the social influences and environmental contexts for this audience. It also suggests some next steps. So we've got a very deep understanding of the Adidas audience psychology in 5 steps and how it relates to exercise apps. Alaris is free to try, so you can try this workflow out for your brand, any product, any brand. Let me know how it goes in the comments.